Hey internet friends, what's up? Happy Saturday. This is going to be the first video in a 4 or 5 part series that I'm going to be doing every Saturday now about what it's like to have a disability. If this is the first time that you've seen my channel, what's up? Hey, thanks for stopping by. Subscribe because that'd be awesome. But for those of you who have been long-time subscribers, you would have known that I am in a wheelchair. Yeah, and that's why I'm always sitting. I have a disability called cerebral palsy. What that is it can affect 4 things. For me, it only affects 1, but it can affect your speech, your cognitive, your mobility, and your ability to swallow and stuff like that. For me, it only affects the mobility, so that means that I can't walk on my own. I've never been able to. I've always had either a walker or a wheelchair, but in later years, I've only been using the wheelchair because walking as I got older got so much harder. With CP, you don't, it's something you're born with. You can't catch it. It can't happen because, it can. It's damage to the brain, usually when you're born, but it can result if you have a really bad car accident and you damage your brain. So that's what it is. So for me, what that has involved, or what I've had to do because of that, is I've had to have many physio appointments where they just stretch out my legs and make sure everything's going okay, and they'd help me with whatever I need. And I actually didn't know this. Mom said that when I was really little, like an infant, I would have to go to physio 3 times a week and OT once a week. What physio is it helps you with your building of your muscles, and what OT is, it helps you with everyday things like getting changed, buttoning up your shirt, all the basic brushing your teeth, transferring on and off the toilet, transferring into a shower. They basically teach you and help you get ready for life. So for me, I'm not gonna lie and say that having a disability does not suck. It does. I'd give anything just to be able to walk for 5 minutes. And so many little kids always say to me, it must be so cool to be in a wheelchair. You can go so fast. You don't have to walk anywhere. You're always sitting down. I'm I wish I always was sitting down. But yeah, I do have a walker, and I used to walk, but as I got older, it got increasingly harder, and so I just had a surgery to fix problems that were going on in my leg. If you guys were on my channel, if you guys are long-time subscribers, you will have known that, and everything is going well with that. So for me, I'm one of the lucky ones, and it doesn't affect the cognitive part of the brain. It affects the physical balance. What it affects me with is balance, mobility, and that's it. So there's nothing that I can't do except walk. Obviously, this is something that I'll have to deal with for the rest of my life. It won't ever change because unless they come up with some kind of huge cure that's congratulations, you can now walk, yeah. But I've come to accept that, and luckily I have some really close friends who are also in a wheelchair, and so we just chat and everything. And like I said, CP can affect many things, and so it's not just a disability that affects everyone the same way. It's not a fun thing to have, but it's not the worst thing that can happen either. Although I've had a lot of struggles that I've had to face growing up, especially as a child. I still remember when I was 6 and 7, 8 particularly. little kids, whenever I was out with my mom, little kids would always point at me, be like, "Mommy, why is she in a wheelchair?" And I just look at my mother and be so disgusted. I was like, okay, kid, thanks a lot. But now I've come to not enjoy the fact, but I've come to accept it, that I can't do anything to change it. So I just gotta find new ways and everything to do everything that I want. Like I said, what I wish it on it, if I had the opportunity, if someone said, "Congratulations, Hannah, you could have no CP for the rest of your life, you just have to give it to a really close friend. Like, you will be completely fine, but one of your friends will get it in return." I would not do that. Although I would never wish it on anyone else because it is horrible. But I would give my left leg or left arm or anything just to be able to walk without an aid for 5 minutes and experience the thrill of running and jumping, because obviously that's something I've never experienced. I've had this ever since I was born. What it is, it's a lack of oxygen to your brain when you're being born. So that's how it happens, and then you don't really know you have it. You don't get diagnosed with CP until you're around 6 months old, and you're hitting those milestones where you're like sitting up on your own, walking, lots of things like that. That's when doctors normally know that there's something on the go, because when you have CP, obviously, you may not have balance like me, and so with me, when I was when I was lifted up, my legs would go like this and not stand up straight. They would okay, you're standing up, right? This is me, okay? So my legs are straight, right? When you stand up, your legs are straight. No, mine went like this. They crossed over each other. And I also couldn't sit up by myself because I have no balance. So the doctors figured out that it was that, and so growing up, I'm going to be honest and say I hated it. I have had to miss out on so many things because of it, because I can't do things. I remember as a child not being able to go to camps by myself. As a kid, I remember this. As a kid, I've only been able to go to 3 camps, and that would be my church camp that my dad would have to go to because it was inaccessible. So my dad would come with me and help me with things, because obviously when I was younger, I was still learning how to transfer and get dressed and do everything by myself. And then the next one is actually the camp that I work at this summer, and this is the reason why I love this camp so much, in that the people that run it are like family to me, because they didn't care that I had a disability. They didn't care that I couldn't do things. They made a way for me to do it. And so, and also at that time, I couldn't use the washroom by myself, but the camp director's wife said that she would help me whenever I needed help. So that's why I love that camp so much. People always ask me, "Hannah, why do you love that camp so much?" It's just a camp. But to me, it's not a camp. It's a camp that changed my life, because as a kid, I wasn't able to go to the 10 camps that a kid goes to in the summer. And then the third camp I went to, it's actually a horse riding camp for people with disabilities. So those were the 3 camps I went to as a kid. I've had to face a lot more not being able to go to friends' houses by myself because I can't use the washroom or transfer. Obviously now I can, because I'm older and I've learned how to do stuff like that. But honestly, when I was little, I'm going to be completely honest with you, this is 100% real. I was embarrassed to go to friends' houses because my dad would always have to carry me, and honestly, I'm still embarrassed for my dad to carry me. And I know that's really stupid because my dad's only trying to help, but I mean, come on guys, if you were in a wheelchair and you were 16 years old and your dad had to carry you over stairs, tell me you wouldn't be embarrassed by that. But that's basically what my disability is. I'm going to be talking next week about going in more depths of the struggles that I've had to face, and then talking about teenage life as a person with a disability. And then the final week we'll be talking about what the future looks like for a person with a disability. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to smash that like button. Let's try to aim for 100 likes because I was very hemming and hawing about sharing this video because it's not something that I talk about a lot because I don't like to draw attention to it, but obviously I can't do anything about it, so why not share it with you guys? So if you guys could share the video around so that more people can figure out what it is to be with it, what it's like to live with a disability. Also, I forgot to mention, another thing that I've had to live with is people treating me like I'm 4. People still treat me like that, and I'm 16. I go places and people get right up in my face like, "Hi, little girl." I'm just like, I'm 16. Wheelchair or walker or any kind of mobility aid, or just, yeah, don't treat them like a child. Like don't do that. It's disrespectful, honestly. But try talking to them, and if they do require a bit more attention, and then treat them like that. But if there's someone like me who understands everything, and I mean everything, I have feelings, then don't treat them like they're 4, please. Like, that upsets me so much. And if any of my friends that are watching that have disabilities, like, they will agree, just like comment below if you guys have a disability, and I'm pretty sure you will understand what I'm talking about because, oh, it is bad. I still get treated like it, and I'm 16. I'm 2 years away from being a legal adult, and people still come up to me like, "Hi, little girl." I'm like, yeah, no, bye. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to give it a like I said, and subscribe if you're new. My goal is 2,000 subscribers before the end of 2017. Bye guys, see you next Saturday.